right, if you would be so kind as to stand right there on the trap door, that's perfect. And your name is?
Katie.
Katie, a pleasure. I'm Molotov. Thank you so much for assisting.
Why is she's on a trap door?
That's only funny since 2020. Now, Katie, have you ever in your life wanted to be a heroic, swashbuckling pirate?
Occasionally.
Occasionally. I mean, you're at a Renaissance festival. Now, Katie, this is your opportunity to live the American, the Caribbean dream. But, Katie, this part of the show is so important that you need to audition for it.
All right.
So here's what we're going to do.
Okay.
Now, Katie, the sword is not sharp. It's not going to cut you.
Okay.
Go ahead, take the sword.
All right.
In a moment, I'm going to step back and I'm going to yell the word action. Katie, you're going to take that sword and strike your most heroic pirate movie poster pose. The audience is going to rate you with applause.
Okay.
Everything from not bad, kind of awkward, all the way up to, holy cow, Katie's like the next Johnny Depp. Now, audience, Katie's fragile self-esteem is in your hands. So be generous with that applause. Especially you if you know what's good for you. Katie, when you strike the pose, hold tightly to the sword. If it slips out of your hand, one of these kids is going to die. Or more. So audience, get ready to show Katie a lot of love. And action! Now, Katie, I didn't want to tell you this before because I didn't want you to get nervous, but that guy in back in the red cap, that's actually Jerry Bruckheimer, the director of Pirates of the Caribbean. He's here scouting out for another series. You might have just been discovered. Now, Katie, as I mentioned, the sword isn't sharp. It's not going to cut you. Do me a favor, give the blade a little bit of flex. Check to see if that feels like real metal to you. Yep. Now check to see, does that blade collapse into the handle? Does it roll up or fold into segments or anything like that?
Nope.
No. Katie, in your expert pirate opinion, would you say that is a real sword you are holding?
I would go with it's definitely a one-piece metal sword, yes.
Oh.
Yes, it's a real sword.
It's a three-piece sword. We call that juggling knife. Now, Katie, the reason it's so important that you know beyond a shadow of a doubt that that is a real weapon you are holding is because I brought you up here to stab me in the face.
Okay. I'm trusting you know what you're doing when you say that.
Does Katie always agree so readily to violence? Had threesome. Now, Katie, have you ever stabbed a man in the face before?
No, not yet. This will be my first time.
I'll tell you what, I will assist you with the face stabbing. That way I have a higher chance of surviving the experience, and you have a lower chance of leaving in police custody.
Sounds like a good
All
plan.
right?
Fair
So
exchange.
I'll take that for the time being. Don't go away.
Okay.
In a moment, on Katie's behalf, I'm going to take this forged steel blade and stab myself in the face, specifically my mouth. I will then tilt my head back and allow the entire 16-inch blade to descend down into my throat. I know! I will then make this gesture, which is the universal signal for applause. You will applaud wildly, hooting and hollering, throwing children through the air. Do not throw the child. But I would like to invite everyone over the age of 30 to copiously wet themselves. That's a joke. Everybody's invited to copiously wet themselves. One of those crowds. I will then bow to you, the audience, so you'll be able to see that sword going straight down my throat. You'll be able to see that it's not one of these things where it's off to the side and you just can't see it. And then Katie, this is your important part. This is the part you auditioned for.
Okay.
I will bow to you.
Okay.
You will reach out, you will place the fingertips of your right hand on the handle of the sword.
All right.
It will then look to all the world as if you just stabbed me in the face. They can get pictures, you can put it on Instagram, you'll look like a hero. Now Katie, couple safety tips. Number 1, fingertips only, not full grip.
Okay.
Number 2, please resist the temptation to do this. And number 3, under no circumstances should you attempt to push the sword through to the other side. Now, Katie, failure to comply with those rules will result in this becoming a magic show as a bloody corpse appears at your feet, and they will all transform into about 200 witnesses for court proceedings. Got it? All right. Now, Katie, at this point, I'll be bowed to you. Your fingertips will be on the handle of the sword. They'll be applauding.
Okay.
I'm going to give them a thumbs up. At that point, they're going to crank up the volume, and they're all going to start chanting the word stupid, 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 so that everybody at this festival knows that they missed out on something truly idiotic. Katie, I will then tap your hand twice.
Okay.
At that point, you will proceed to draw the sword out from my throat.
Okay.
If Katie was a cartoon character, I think she would have just gone, Aruga. Katie, you'll draw it out, you'll hold it up triumphantly, and the crowd is going to go berserk.
Okay.
Now, Katie, you look a little nervous. We're going to do a quick practice.
Okay.
Okay? The sword goes down my throat. I bow to the audience. I bow to you, Katie, fingertips only on the sword, perfect like that. They're applauding. I give them a thumbs up, they start chanting, stupid, stupid, stupid. I tap once, twice, you pull it straight out, you hold it up, pandemonium will ensue. Now, Katie, that was perfect. The next time we do that now is called the money shot. Now, Katie, this is very important. Listen closely.
All right.
Don't screw up.
I can do that.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, what you're about to see is not a magic trick. This is not an optical illusion. I am one of less than 100 active sword swallowers in the entire world. To learn how to do this, it took me over 4 years of conditioning my body, which means that yes, in the amount of time it took some of you to get a college degree, I learned how to jam a piece of steel into my face hole. For your entertainment. Audience, are you ready? Yeah! Katie, are you ready?
Yes.
I know it looks gross, but you try jamming it in without any lube. Katie, you giggled a lot at that. Is that your parents?
Yes.
No, Katie, I didn't mean it. Please don't stab me in the face.